Now, this sounds like it's a very online-centric marketing model, but I like most people, reside very much in the offline world. And if we're thinking of a category like computers, where most of them are bought offline as a result of many influences, marketing influences, communications from different suppliers of PCs, is there any way that offline purchase, which 95% of the time it is offline, how can that process be better managed before we know whether someone is going to buy one or not? Is there any way that targeting and segmentation can be improved to the point where we can better manage that journey that the consumer takes through to an offline purchase?
I think when you decide you want to buy a computer, so there is a journey that you take. So you find out, you go onto sites, you search for the information about the specs of a computer that you want to buy. You ask your friends before you actually go and buy. Go to the actual store to buy the computer. Now, I guess the important thing is, when you've got someone coming onto your site, for example, who's actually searching, looking at information about a computer, looking for information about specs, who spent a bit of time on your site. Actually, it's important. A lot of sites don't actually try to get this person to, for example, register, to opt in, to say that, hey, I'm interested. I want to find out more about your product. So, because once you get someone to opt in, what you can do later is look at what this person's been actually, searching or looking for on your site. Target them with a relevant email that might have the information that they want. And then with this, there are many ways that you can actually track and actually drive them to the store to actually buy your product. But by doing the fundamental thing of getting people to opt in, interest on your product, on your site, actually that's a starting point to be able to track that journey and right down to the purchase. And with that, you're also better able, once you've got people who've actually what sort of information they search before they actually go and buy your product. That we can use for future targeting. When you've got prospects who come online, you can model them against some of your existing customers.
Let me share with you a real example. From most of the marketers, they have customer or they are not your customer, right? But actually, in between, there is a layer that can be called a prospect or potential customer. How to handle this kind of prospect is very important. For example, Chanel is a good example. Everyone, maybe all the ladies know Chanel, very good watch and fine jewelry, right? But when you go to Chanel shop to look around, after 5 minutes, the salesman talk to you, and actually they will ask you for a contact, either you buy or you don't buy. Because if you walk into the Chanel watch and jewelry, suppose you are quite rich, or at least you have the spending power to buy this kind of watch or jewelry, but maybe the style don't match you at this moment. But once they try to get your email or your mobile number, they try to get the communication with you in very personalized way. That means the name to the email or SMS, they try to personalize to you, and then they look into your taste on different watch and jewelry. They try to put in the system, and then they can do a lot of good segmentation and give you some reason to come back to the shop to buy. And we got a quite good campaign idea, which is when there's a new series of watch or fine jewelry, we try to give a very personal invitation to ask the potential client and also their friends to come to take a look on the new series of watch or fine jewelry. And the result is very amazing because you are respected, and then you also invite her or their friends to come to the shop to take a look on the new watch or jewelry. And then they bring a group of friends and come together, and maybe that lady don't buy finally, but their friend ultimately buy a diamond ring. And this is a very important idea on how to handle the prospect and the targeted communication, or how to segment the right group of customer and give the right message to them in the prospecting stage is very important, if you ask me.
Yeah. So I mean that's a real example of having to get your hands dirty in order to make full use of a variety of data sources and actually pull them together.